This problem couldn't really be any more obvious. This is the Hoof GP and a cow we're just about to help in a very major way.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
Oh, winter is finally here and it is super cold. It's Monday morning and we've just started, and the very first cow, 613, is really sore on our back left foot. She's actually the first cow in today as well, so starting the week off with a bang. It's this foot here that's really sore. Nothing obvious at all though. That's why it can be so important to see these cows walking, because to be totally honest, if I hadn't seen her walking and just lifted that foot like that, I would just have assumed that she was fine and just needed a little over trim, just needed a little routine trim, just like this back right foot. And like I said, all this back right foot needs is a little trim up. You can see that outer claw is taking a lot more material removal than the inner one. And that is very regular of how these cows' feet grow and wear. They usually overgrow on the outside claw, and that's where they get the problems. It's partly because of their gait, the way that they walk. You see, their udders are so big that they kind of wobble and wander. So a lot of their weight goes on the inside claw, meaning that they wear much more evenly and perfectly. I'm trying to speak to you guys. Jeez. You're alright. Just need to finish this side off by modelling out as deeply as we can. That really helps for the effects of this. Yes? A wide model takes all of the weight of this. Can you please stop? Gee. A little bit of overgrowth on both front feet as well. Right there, that means there's too much weight on this inner claw. What's that? Oh, it's grease, I wondered. I will ignore those front feet just now and we'll do them because I'm assuming that this back left foot is going to need a block. Although, to be honest, I don't know exactly what the problem is yet. So clearly the overgrowth is mostly on this outer claw, and that is where the problem is going to be. I can say that with a degree of certainty because of the amount of cow's feet that I've seen like this. I think she's got a white line problem, but that definitely isn't a certainty. You'll notice I don't actually remove any height from that inner claw whatsoever. We trim back the length of the toes and make sure we've removed as much material as possible, all while making sure we've started off the model before grabbing the knife and really trying to find this problem. So we're just going to widen the model out first. Oh, Craigie boy. Take it, you sharpen the knife at the weekend on Friday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, come on, look how good they are.
Beautiful. So obviously the focus of our attention is going to be up here. She is really sore, so I'm assuming there's a pocket in there. Reduce the entire height of the heel though. We don't just concentrate around the problem because it's the weight that we need to get off this problem. And to do that, we need to remove all of the hoof horn from the back portion of this foot and get that heel height right down. There's little stones in here wrecking his knife already. I can start to see scratches starting to form. Might just come to nothing, or it could explode at any second. Oh, getting close to the corium there. I'm looking at the differences in colours and it's just gone a little bit white there for my liking, but I can see some darker colours in here and that lets me know I need to keep going. And that is exactly what I was looking for. Oh, that does not smell fantastic. Oh, there's lots of it. Oh, she smells raw. Imagine if we just left her foot like that now, didn't do anything else. Imagine the goodness that would do. She must feel so much better straight away. Right, ignore that just now. And oh, you can see it's all up in. Yeah, look at that. Be all right, lass. Great. Right, it is quite cold this morning, and this cupboard is heated, but it won't have had much time to heat up. So we'll get that block in position so that it's got plenty of time to cure it, although I haven't prepared the claw yet for it. So we'll very quickly just scuff over it, make sure it's flat and completely free from any dirt, so that we can then heat it up with the blowtorch before applying this glue to the block, giving it a little mix, and putting it in position, and getting back to the trim at hand. Just need to be very careful around here. Obviously I do know that there's, yeah, look at that, a pocket underneath there. Try going down the way and separating these layers. Clearly this part links up with underneath, so we'll get the hooker in there, twist around and flick away. Try and pry this. Sorry, there's a noisy tractor in the background.
Actually, I know a huge amount of you all over the world have already discovered them.
We do have 6 new items of merch. So we have 3 new t-shirts and 3 hoodies, and they are fantastic quality. They took me 7 months, believe it or not, to have designed. All of the images on the new merch are designed and painted by my good friend Al's Cousins Design, so it helps to support him as well, and they just look incredible. There are these 3 new t-shirts and these 3 new hoodies. The hoodies are immense quality, and they all have hidden pockets in them for those of you who do like pockets. They have this little rubber stamp on the bottom corner of them, so hopefully people can't copy our designs quite as easily as they normally do. And honestly, this has been a little passion project of mine. I've no idea how many of you will like this merch, whether any of you will like it. So we didn't buy all that much. So if you do want an item, be quick. Go to thehoofgp.com and pick up whatever you like. Oh, look at that in there, look. I press there, you can see it's just completely full. And doing that isn't for the camera. It lets me figure out how far down this cavity is going to go, so that I know what I can remove and what I can't remove, or what I need to remove and what needs to remain. Oh, loss. Right, all of this needs to come away. And it's still separated. I can clearly see it. Let me know if you guys can see what I'm talking about. To me, it's very clear just now what needs to come away and what has to stay. Right the way down here, look. Alright, we'll give it a good little wash out here just now. Dry it off with a bit of blue roll. And then just pry this little bit here back away from the problem area. Okay. clearly it's a mess, but I'm actually really enthusiastic about how this is trimmed out. A lot of times you'll trim something and you feel like that might seriously live. Oh, nothing like the warm steam from a fresh Code Brown filling your lungs on a Monday morning. It does feel a bit gross. Yeah, sometimes you'll trim one and you think, oh, I feel like this might just keep going further. And then other ones you trim like this and you just know that everything's going to be healing from now on, which is fantastic. Just get this inner bit just that little bit better. Yeah, it's still slightly detached in there. Thought it could be. Just fade that out nicely. Lovely. Another quick wash. Right, if we come from the side now, look at the amount of material we've removed. So the height difference between here and here is almost half an inch, I would say. And that in itself would help, but this block is going to make it infinitely better. There is a little bit of dermatitis around on this farm, and I think she has got a bit of infection on this foot. So we spray it with this green Repoderma spray before wrapping the entire thing with salicylic acid, as you all know we use constantly. It is fantastic at dealing with problems like this.
And once both of our back feet have finished being dealt with, we move on to making sure that these slightly overgrown front feet are also in as good a condition as possible. This type of overgrowth can, and often does, lead to the problems you've just seen in our back foot, so it is incredibly important that we don't let our standard slip, and make sure we trim all 4 feet on every cow on this farm. Now take into consideration that we've corrected the imbalance on these front feet and put those back feet on the road to recovery.
And this cow is going to feel instantly better. The trim coupled with the block, coupled with the bandage, is going to set this cow completely on the road to recovery. And I'll be honest, I wish every trim was as good as this one. Just look at her walk. I know you didn't see her beforehand, but I also know that you do have some trust in me. This cow did not want to touch the ground, and now she is putting all of her weight through that block. And for me, that is a win.